Welcome to Here with Laura. I'm your host, Laura Williams. I'm a designer, entrepreneur, and mom, and this is a space where real life and meaningful conversations meet. Each episode, I sit down with people who inspire me, fellow creatives, business owners, parents, and dreamers to talk about the behind the scenes of building a life with intention. We'll cover everything from the beauty of slow mornings to the chaos of growing a business or raising a family and all the messy, magical moments in between. Whether you're multitasking or taking a moment for yourself, I'm so glad you're here. And today, I am so happy to be joined by one of my favorite neighbors on Koenig Lane here in Austin. She is a very talented creative and stylist whose career has been anything but linear. She has led an incredibly interesting life full of adventures with the focus at the end of the day always coming back to home to enjoy time with her husband and children. Please welcome Samm Hammel, creator and stylist behind Postscript Styling and the creative director for Etch Design Group. Samm, thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you. That was such a kind intro.
Well, you make it easy because you're just a kind person and you've done very cool things. So
I'm
super excited to have you here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I was so honored to be asked. So thank you.
Of course. Well, it's so fun because Sweet Samm here and my head of branding, Mallory, they connected, I don't know, when we first moved into our building.
Yes. I'm trying to think. I think it was when we were planning, when Etch Design Group was planning our spring soiree, Alexander Marchand was like, you really need to go and get to know the girls over there. And I was like, I know we've just been so busy. And then I was like, okay, I went and we immediately clicked so quickly, Mallory and I, and it was lovely. And your store is so welcoming. I walk in and I want every single thing. And it's just
and that means a lot coming from you. So thank you. But what's cool is you were, one of the first to join our trade program, our borrowing program, all of that. So it's very cool to have you support us and for us to be neighbors on Design Row.
So cool.
We're having a good time over there, right?
We really are. It's such a good, it's all, a lot of female-run businesses, which is so cool too.
It is. And, Austin we've got a lot of woman power coming in, coming in hot.
Yes, you do. I love it. I love, that's one of the best parts about being in this business right now is building relationships and getting to know all these women. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is amazing. So let's take a step back. I want to learn about you. How did you come into where you are with Etch Design Group? Tell me about your career.
Okay, so it's
here.
Pretty crazy. I've been always in creative. I went to school for textile and apparel management. After school, I thought I was going to be a buyer for a big retail company. And I quickly realized that's a lot of math based. That's not really creative. Yeah. It's a lot of computer time. I did do that for a bit. And my favorite part was seeing the samples come in, working with the samples, seeing what they're going to shoot for the website. So just through various things, I started doing visual merchandising for the company I worked for. And moved to Dallas with them. So that got me really into the retail visual merchandising world. I was traveling, setting stores. Visual merchandising, do you know what it is? It's it's
but
following.
Please share.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would go to I worked for a few companies and I worked for the corporate side. So I would go into stores and set the stores to the directive and train on standards and train on selling things based on the visual of it all.
Love it.
And that it was so exciting at first because you're young and you're traveling, but you're traveling to any small town in Texas or any small town in Mississippi. Yeah. But as also great big towns. I got to go, I did Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, multiple cities in Florida. I got to go, I'm from St. Louis. So I got to fly back there to set and see my family.
Yeah, that's
so there's definitely perks to it. But after 7 years or so of doing that, I was I have to stop this. I had gone in, I had called my lady that planned my wedding planner, Emily Clarke. Love you, Emily. Where am I looking? She's great. But I'd called her and I was listen, I am in a horrible company right now. I'm working for this really mean company. I can't do it anymore. I can't get on another plane. I was going to Miami 3 times a month.
I'm sure that's so taxing on your body, too.
So taxing because you're also just people are oh, you get to go to Miami. And I'm yeah, but I'm staying at a budget hotel. I'm
Mhm.
not with any of my friends. I'm not with my husband.
Yeah.
You're getting up, you're setting stores, you're going store to store. So you know these people, but they're not coworkers. You just see them like once every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So I called her crying. I remember I was like setting a mannequin and she was like, I can bring you on, but like I can't pay you what you're making now. I was like, I don't care. Like, and she's like, I can't give you health insurance. And I was like, well, good thing I just got married. You know, I can get on my husband's health insurance. I'm like, this is great. So I went from like visual merchandising in retail stores. I went to work for this really high-end like wedding planning and event planning business in Dallas where I got to basically do like all the production design.
So you were living in Dallas at the time?
Living in Dallas at
Okay.
the time, traveling. So we did a couple of really big, well-known projects that I got to like fully design. And while that was ramping up and while I was really like finding my feet and loving it and like finally feeling like a community in Dallas because I was like getting to stay where I was,
Yeah.
my husband was traveling back and forth to London. So after a while of him doing that, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm doing weekend work, you're traveling.
You
So
guys are probably ship passing in the night.
it was insane.
That's
Again,
so
this
hard.
like my role in my careers were all over the place, like
Yeah.
not linear at all. So we moved to London for his work and it was the greatest thing. It took a while for me to get comfortable, but just the experience of being over there and like
Well,
kind
when
of
you're young, before you have children,
we didn't
it's
have
like, why wouldn't
kids.
you?
Exactly. We didn't have kids. Like we were meeting so many people. I like went back to the retail visual because it's, you know, something that I could easily get into. And it was great. So we were there 3 years, came back here, and this is now how I got to Austin. So
Yeah.
we moved from London to Austin and I found Etch Design Group on Instagram. They were hiring a office manager was the first thing.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? Like, don't love that title, but I love that this is like 8 women that are creatives that design. I'm like really into that. I can like get my foot in the door there and I can figure out Austin and figure out what I want to do. And that was 4.5 years ago. So they hired me on. I quickly was like, I'm not an office manager type of gal. Like, you really don't want me managing your office.
You're like, I'll do it.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll still keep my job. Like, I'll still do anything you want me to do, but I
Yeah.
have to be able to do something creative.
Yeah.
And so I started doing their photo shoots. Like, they were finishing homes and photographing them. And they really didn't have any, like, the designers that did the houses were then taking on the styling and the production of the shoots. And I kind of saw a gap there. I was like, you know, I'm used to doing like these sets and this production and doing the floral. So I kind of took that on. And this was back in 2021, 2022, when like, I mean, we were photographing houses like almost monthly, a lot. Like our business was booming. So I quickly fell into that
Pandemic
role.
homes.
Yes, pandemic homes, exactly. So I got a lot of practice.
Yeah.
And that's really like how I got familiar and really comfortable with styling interiors.
It's awesome.
And then I know this is such a long story.
I'm
like
loving it.
Yeah,
I'm loving every second of it. Keep
all over.
all the details.
Okay. So I started doing that. I had my second baby here. My first one was born in London. I had my second baby here, and I came back. And I was still styling for them, plus doing like operations. By this point, it became like an operational job for Etch. So I was taking on a lot more like processes and things, still styling. And I had this idea that I was like, I think there's a need in Austin's market. There's so many incredible interior designers. There's a lot of amazing photographers, but there's not a lot of stylists.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I went to Stephanie and Jessica, the owners of Etch, and I was like, I have a business idea. I really want to start a styling company under the umbrella of Etch, but like a separate entity. And I can sell that out to like different photographers and different designers. And they were extremely supportive and they were kind of like, great, run with it. And it kind of took me a bit. I was just,
really fast. That's a testament to how much they valued you and trusted you.
Oh my gosh, they were so amazing.
Well, because, I mean, if it's under their umbrella, that's a big thing to be like, okay.
Yes.
I trust you. Go for it.
They really were like, yeah, sure. Like, what do you need? You know,
Yeah.
like,
That's super cool.
and they were so like great and supportive about it. And again, I still like kept my role, and my role is constantly changing at Etch. I feel like they're like wonderful at like letting people build their own paths.
I love that.
Yeah. So I started postscript styling, PS styling, and I was just kind of scared to like really actually start it. Like, I'm like,
Can we pause for a
yeah, of
second? How did you
course.
come up with that name?
Okay, great question.
Because
So,
that's a cool name.
oh, thank you. So I didn't, since it's still under Etch, I wasn't going to call it like Sam's interior styling or something. I didn't want it to be my name.
Yeah.
And when they created Etch, they wanted it to be something that you like leave a lasting impression in. So you like etch something or you write something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what is done at the end of a letter? It's a postscript. And so at the end of a design is the styling or the accessories or the
Love
art
that.
curation. So I came up with postscript styling.
Super clever. I love
Thank
it.
you. I'm sure I put a lot of things into chat also. Like I had like, like blue bonnet interior, things that
Yeah.
are very like Austin based, but I really wanted some sort of nod to Etch. So postscript styling was born, and it's really just taken off from there. One of my really good friends who we like cross paths in school, she is an interior designer here, Studio Burgoon. And I was talking to her one day about it. I was like, I started this thing, but I'm kind of scared. And she took a massive chance. And she's like, I'm doing my first photography, like of my first design home. I want you to style it. So she hired me, paid, she's like, you bring your styling. She's like, I'm obviously going to pay you, like, even though you're my friend. And she took a huge risk being like, yeah, she's going to do this. Like, it's going to be big.
It's amazing.
So from there, I feel like it just really gave me like the confident boost to like sell it to other designers and photographers.
That's amazing. I feel like there's something to be said about the design community here in Austin, especially, that really just wants to support other business owners, people within their industry, but then also she could have been like, I'm going to style it myself.
Yes,
I have a vision,
exactly.
blah, blah, blah. But the fact that she trusted you and wanted to support you, that's huge.
It was so, and I mean, I was so nervous because I was like, I can't let Allie down. This is my first like paid, outside of Etch, this is my first paid styling gig. Like, I mean, I brought 100 and something items. I was like working on that for so much longer than I would have just because I wanted
better to have more than enough than be like, I wish I had art for this one wall.
Exactly. I like borrowed art. I like went to antique stores, borrowed things from them, and Lindsay Brown photographed it, and the photos are amazing, and we've done projects together since. But it was like, the support and the confidence boost that I needed to be like, okay, I can do this.
That's amazing.
I got this. Yeah.
So typically, are you finding that photographers are hiring you or the designers are hiring you?
So I'm finding that photographers are referring me, which is huge. And I'm so grateful for the referrals. And then the designers will hire me, or architects will hire me.
Yes. I'm sure the architects more so are needing that little extra.
Yes, they are. Because a lot of the times when architects are photographing the house, like they're focused on, their details, not so much the design. So it's not as layered really as like a designer would hire me for it. And designers, I'm sure like you come with like, I want this type of look. This is the way I had it in mind, where architects are like, this was the house, make it look really great.
Yes. Well, and for us, I mean, the whole reason I have a store is because we started curating all these things for styling shoots and then, or styling for homes for people to hopefully keep and purchase.
Yes, and that's what I do as well.
Yeah, that's amazing though. So you joined our program, which is so nice because you then come into our store and, style these homes, which is so fun. So thank you for bringing us along your journey.
And your price point is incredible.
Thank you. That's very important to me.
It's so amazing.
But people,
I know. They really, they really do.
It's wild to me. And I know for myself, I don't want to spend more than I have to.
Exactly.
And I also feel like that's not fair when somebody has spent so much money to renovate their home, or if they're purchasing, a beautiful sofa and coffee table and this and that. They don't need to spend $1 million
Right.
on the candlesticks.
Also, at the end of the design process, no one is like, okay, I'm ready to drop a few $1,000s on accessories. No, like,
They're like, oh, really?
Yeah. So it's so nice, too, that y'all have this trade program and borrow program because so many clients need to see it in their home and see it put together to be like, I need this. I want it. Or it's also like you style a full shelf and they're like, well, it looks really great. How much is that? And I give a price and they're like, oh, okay, it's already done.
Exactly.
Like,
then they don't have to think about
totally.
it. It's so smart. Yeah, we have a styling program within our shop where someone on our team will go and style the space. But that's when I honestly have my best-selling days because we go and style an entire living room and they're like, oh, what's the total?
Yeah. It's already there.
Okay.
Exactly.
When if they came into my shop, they'd probably spend maybe a couple $100s, which is great. Yeah. But it's not going to be a couple thousand.
Exactly. It's so nice to have that service to take it out and do it. That's wonderful.
That's amazing. Okay. So you got into Etch. You started PS styling.
Yes.
What are some of the craziest styling moments you've had? You told me that you've had some crazy adventures and kind of some funny stories.
Yeah, I think not crazy as much. I mean, everyone here truly, I've had a couple people's homes that I've been in that they've probably haven't been the most welcoming, but it's hard to be super welcoming when you're doing a whole photo shoot and taking over their house. So I understand that.
I know.
But I think the craziest stories I've had are just traveling to styling gigs. So my friend Allie, who I mentioned, so she first hired me on her Austin project, and then she hired me to do a Sun Valley, Idaho install.
Cool.
Yes, and it was my first time to Sun Valley, and it's pretty remote. There's not your Targets, not your, nothing there.
I know, because at the end of the day, sometimes if you need one little thing, you go to Target. And
you go to Target, and you can really make it look elevated.
Yeah.
Or a Home Goods. You can really turn that around if needed. But there's nothing there. And you can't even have Amazon boxes shipped because of the way it was a new community type of thing.
Bless you, Sun Valley.
I packed suitcases of vases, candlesticks, you name it. I think I checked 3 bags and bubble wrapped vases. And my friends were like, "What's
TSA
going
just
on?" Yeah, what? You are packing a massive urn.
Yeah,
I'm like, you have to. You have nothing there. Also, I wasn't about to fly out to Sun Valley and be like, well,
sorry,
let's see what we can find.
Yeah.
So that's just something that you really have to just be okay, we're going to make it work. This is what you need to do to make it work. This is how you're going to do it. And then when we got into Sun Valley, we worked with local florists, which again, I'm used to Austin Flower Co., who has anything and everything. And then you go into local florists and they're like, we have 8 colors of roses. And you're like, wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I'm foraging, in the woods of Sun Valley, Idaho to make things work. But
also, when you forage, sometimes you get the best stuff.
So cool.
Just
our
some
best shots from that are the forage things.
Yeah.
But it's all that was too she trusted me, which was wonderful. And I trusted them too to be guys, this is what we're going to have to do. It's going to work. And they're okay, cool. When I was working for Emily Clarke Events, we had a wedding in San Miguel, Mexico, and same type of thing, right? You're not you don't have your normal vendors. You don't have your normal things. We packed 40 velvet table linens. Those suitcases were so heavy.
Oh, my.
And we were all just praying, if they go through our bags, they're not going to let us take them in because they're going to be well, you're obviously reselling these and that's not allowed. So luckily, we got through. But it's just wild traveling for things like that. You're really just
I promise it's legit.
You're really just putting all your eggs in a basket and being we hope it works.
Oh, my gosh.
And it does.
Crazy.
It'll turn out.
Yeah, and that's so
you just
fun.
have to trust the process and hope for the best.
That phrase has such a double-edged,
I know.
Trust the process. I'm like,
I know.
I'm trying, but it's so hard.
I know. Or I'm sure how, when I'm styling shelves or a coffee table for a photo shoot, and if a client is watching me do it, and they're like, "You've restyled that coffee table 5 times," and I'm like, "Well, I'm playing. Trust it. I promise you it'll come together. I just have to really play with it for a second.
Yeah. And sometimes it's, you set the mantle and you're like, the mantle is perfect.
Yep.
And then you have the coffee table and you're like, oh, wait, but I kind of want to pull the vessel from over there. So let me pull that over here. But then I need something over there again. So then you're resetting this once you figure this out. But then maybe over there on the side table.
And for someone that doesn't understand it, they're like, she's losing her mind.
Also, it's like, why is this taking you so long? Yeah. It's like, no, I'm being thoughtful about it.
I'm being very thoughtful. Exactly.
Yeah. Doing this for you.
Yes, exactly.
So what is probably, in your perspective, your most proud career moment in your ebbs and flows of everything you've done? I mean, this could be in your merchandising days. Yeah. This could be in your days in London. It could be now with, PS styling within Etch. Yeah. What do you think has been like something you're the most proud of?
Most proud. So before like this past couple months, I would say when I worked for Emily and Clarke Events, we did a big, do you know the company The Knot, KNOT? They do like wedding. Yeah. So we designed the Knot Gala one year, which was like a massive deal for that industry.
That's an honor. Yeah.
Yes. And I had recently started and she was kind of like, hey, like you need a project. I think you would be good with this. Run with it. It was at the New York Public Library. The standards of the venue were really strict. It was like a load in, load out on one day. And you had to like create this incredible, event hall that was magical. And so I think that was really my proudest moment. Just like the logistics of it, the planning, the design, the details, and just having faith in like my creativeness that it would turn out. And I loved it. And that like really, I think that's what sparked my like need for that like true creativeness to like start doing things like tangible.
Yeah.
But then this past May, I had 5 new clients for PS styling, and it was truly a very hard month because, you end of school year too. So you have like May events with children.
Maycember.
Yes, exactly. So like, my kids were doing a million things. I had 5 new clients, which my like goal for the year was 9 clients total, like 9 new clients. And I did it. And at the end of May, I was like, I did it. Like I did 5 new people. I am so, as corny as it sounds, like I was so proud of myself. I was like,
and you should be. That's huge.
Loaded it in and out. I like did each shoot. I got to know so many new people. I like made these relationships. My kids are okay. My husband's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that. And again, you brought it back to your family. So let's touch on, your family life. First of all, your husband's name is Sam.
Yes, his name's Sam.
Which is so funny, Sam and Sam. So I've never known a Sam and Sam. Yeah. I've known a bunch of Aaron and Aaron.
Really?
Which is bizarre.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spelled a little differently.
Yes.
AA.
Yes.
Versus
ER.
E, but still, but anyway, Sam and Sam. So I think that's very funny. And you have 2 children. How old are they?
So my son will be 5 at the end of July. My daughter will be 3 in August. So like 4.5, 2.5.
Okay, so your birthday season right now.
Season. Yes.
Yeah. What are you doing for their birthdays?
Okay.
So you said you like to plan parties.
Yes. So I love any sort of like theme party or planning a party. So with their birthday parties, I really probably like go way too all out. Yes. And I'm like, when I can do it now. It is like, I like go way too hard. Like my son, like especially for my firstborn, my son, I've like done crazy theme parties for him. But this year, now that he's turning 5, he had a say. We're doing a pool party, but he wanted it to be, he says half, so just know that I know. Half unicorn, half mermaid, half dragon theme.
Love it.
So it's
all the mystical,
all of the mystical creatures. Yeah. I'm like trying to look for like those 3 themes that aren't like super girly.
Yeah.
So that's been a challenge.
Yeah, I love that though.
So we're doing that. So we're in birthday season. Yeah.
That's so fun. Is he going into kindergarten this year?
So we're holding him. He's going to be pre-K
I know,
again.
Right at that.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I'm so
confusing.
Happy we are because I'm like, it gives him one more year of like play and later be home with me longer.
Yeah. And also, I will say it's probably smart from a like growth and development thing anyway, as long as he'll have a good time in pre-K.
We're all happy to.
No rush to grow up.
No rush. Exactly. I'm like, I want him to like be able to play freely for as long as possible.
It's funny. My kids are 8 and 6 and I just feel like my 8-year-old is a grown up now.
Yes.
And I'm like, she was just 5, but I don't know. She just seems like a little adult.
Happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's scary and crazy.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
so you had your son in London?
Yes.
What was that like?
So it was July 2020, so peak
Uh-huh.
COVID.
So you couldn't come back
It was
here if
wild.
you
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
couldn't,
anyway.
and people couldn't be. Even my husband could not be in the delivery room until I was in labor.
Oh my.
But luckily, it was
active labor.
Active labor. It all happened very quickly. That's a story for another day. But it was crazy. Like, I remember being in active labor, telling the nurse or the midwife, like, please go get my husband. He needs to come in now. And then this is wild. So I had my son at like, I think it was 5:30 a.m. We were at home in our London flat by 5 p.m. that day.
What?
Because they were like, sorry, hospital's getting full. You both look healthy. It's COVID.
And you've never had a baby before.
Never
so you
had
have
a
no
baby.
Clue what you're
I
doing.
had no clue.
Oh.
I have a memory of my husband and I eating at our London dinner table, our 5-hour-old son in a DockATot, like
Yes.
on the kitchen table.
I had a DockATot.
And both of us looking at each other and being like,
what the actual?
What
just
happened? Like,
I have chills on my arms. It's like, what do I even do now?
We have like time-stamped photos of us. And I remember we were like calling and texting my parents as well. But my dad was like, wait, is that your house? Like, are you at home? And we were like, yes. He's like, what is happening over there?
Yeah.
And I think because since he was my firstborn, I didn't know any differently.
Yeah.
I was obviously like shocked, and it's wild now. But it was just like, okay, this is what it is. We have to go with it. This is what we're doing. If I would have had him second and had a first here, I'd have been like, well,
no,
we can't do
No. Yeah.
So that was crazy. But as far as, even though it was COVID, the NHS was wonderful, aside from sending me home like 10 hours after giving birth. But they send midwives to your house.
Oh, that's nice.
A couple of times to like show you things. And then London, the area we lived was just so walkable. So we could just, even though it was COVID, you weren't allowed to go in places. We would just put our son in a stroller and just walk and walk and walk and walk.
That is amazing.
Like meet, like, we knew all of the food vendors, all of the coffee shops. They knew him. So it was like pretty idyllic.
Yeah.
Pretty lovely. Yeah.
That's amazing. So then when did you move back here?
He was 8 months old when we moved back here. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I had my first,
yeah,
we were in the hospital as long as we could because we were scared. And granted, I've had a lot of experience with babies. I mean, my sister has 3 children. She's 8 years older than me. So I experienced all of them like well before I was, my youngest niece was 5 when we got married. So she was like 7 at that point. So I had already been an aunt for a long time, been around all my cousins, and they were all much littler than me. So I felt very comfortable with babies. But there's something about like just the health and not knowing.
Yes.
Not knowing, like, is the breathing that they're doing right now okay? Is this,
yes.
And your family's across the pond.
Yes, they're across. They were like, what? And just like the breastfeeding of it all, the health of it all. Yeah, he had jaundice, but no one even. Okay, this is actually such a funny story. The midwife came over the next day, and she was like,
you're like, we made it through the night.
Yeah, we made it through the night, truly. We're like, how? We don't know. And she was like, he has a little jaundice. And we're like, oh, we just thought he was like a little tan, And she's like, no, just like go sit him outside for a bit. That's what they told us. We're here. It's so funny. My daughter, they were like, she's a little jaundiced. We're going to keep her under light. We're going to like make sure her vitals are right. We're going to blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, well.
You're like, he was okay.
Yeah, he was fine.
That's so funny. I know. I feel like most babies come out a little jaundiced.
So too. Yeah.
Yeah. But when we had my son, I was so eager to get home to my daughter that we left the hospital like within 24 hours of giving birth, as opposed to like the 3 days that I stayed with my daughter. And I kind of regret that because he did not develop as quickly and easily because he wasn't eating right. But I was like, he'll be a great breastfeeder because
you already know how.
I know how to do it. I've done it all. And my daughter was thriving. So he will too. And then, we're in the hospital 2 weeks later with him being sick and this and that. So I'm like, why did I passion.
It is. I remember they came into my daughter and they were like, we have to make sure you can breastfeed. I was like, I got this. And they're like, actually, no, like you're doing it wrong because you've like fallen into like bad habits. And I'm like, oh, I don't know anything, I guess,
You never know anything with parenting.
Yeah, I'm
it's
like,
all
I don't know anything.
What's my greatest guess today?
Totally. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's amazing. So you've kind of
Yes.
figured out your balance. What do you think is your secret sauce of, because you're thriving in work, you're doing so well. It sounds like you've got it all figured out in your family life.
Yeah, I think secret sauce, I mean, girlfriends. I like have like a really strong group of girlfriends that I like really rely on. Not so much as like for help, but just like a
Are they like mom
communication.
crew?
Yeah, mom crew. And I've known them. I've known a few of them like truly since we were 18 or 19. So
Oh,
it's,
cool.
and they live here. So it's pretty special. We just like know each other really well. Um, so that's part of my secret sauce, I guess. Like just being able to have that outlet. But also, I think just I put family first like most all the time and, just try to like not take things too seriously and we like try to make it fun. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out my secret sauce.
No, I think that's great. It's hard because when you really care about everything you're doing and you want to give your whole self to it, but you just physically can't because you're one person and you have other responsibilities that are more important.
Yes.
Like, I'm sure you're feeling the weight, you know, by balancing your role with Etch.
Yes.
Your very successful PS styling now, and then being a wife and mother. I mean, that's just hard.
Yeah. I think too, I remember like going into this past May, that was crazy. I like communicated to Sam, my husband, being like, this is going to be hard months. Like, I know I'm going to like not be like great. Like, I'm not going to be a great partner.
But
like,
you're setting his expectations.
I set the expectations because I was like, I know how I get, and I get this like manic, like, I got to do everything.
Yeah.
So I think like just knowing that about myself, I'm like, okay, I know what to expect. I can communicate that to him. I can know about myself to be like, how do I like take a chill pill,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to find that chill pill. Where do they sell them?
I don't know. I think they're farms,
Farms. Yeah. We gotta find these farms. Oh my gosh.
So,
That's amazing though. I think the balance of it all is really the hardest thing when you're doing anything as a mom because you want to give yourself, your whole self to your children, but then also I'm not my best self when that's my sole focus. I need to have my things too.
Yeah.
So what are some other things that you like to do for fun?
I mean, for fun, I don't know if it's like fun.
Or to keep you sane.
Yeah, to keep me sane. I'm a big like, I wouldn't say workout, but just like movement. So like even if it's just like a walk in the morning listening to a podcast or like a 20-minute Peloton workout. I also like, I'm a big like performers Pilates person. So just like,
you told me you used to dance.
Yes, I
you
used
were
to
a
dance.
dancer,
I was
like
a competitive dancer.
That's so cool.
That
was always my dream.
Still like when I get to go to a dance class, I'm like the happiest person ever.
Do you do them all around town?
No, they're not like I never do like the ones you see on Instagram, like that type of dance class. I'll do like the other day I did this like hilarious Zumba class. So it's like those type of things make me just so happy to just like that type of movement.
Okay. I have to bring you. My friend Nadia does Hyped in the Hood, and she does these like sometimes they turn into inappropriate dances.
Yes.
And it's just fun because we're all just a bunch of like women in our 30s and 40s
just like get out.
Breaking it down at, noon versus
you have
9
to tell
p.m.
me.
Yeah, I'll bring
I did
you.
this
We'll
like
have a date.
Beyonce dance class, and it was like a bunch of, just like moms.
Yeah.
And I like came home and I was like, that was the greatest night of my life. My husband was like, you should probably like start doing dance classes.
Yeah. You can do it more often if that's the greatest of your life.
Yes.
Also love you.
Yeah, he's like, thanks. Yeah.
That's so funny. Speaking of Beyonce, so you know her song, Who Run the World?
Oh, yeah,
Girls.
of course.
Okay, so when my daughter was 2, I taught that song to her, and she'd run laps around the house saying, Who run the world? Girls, who run the world?
Oh my gosh,
girls.
you're like,
my
work here is done.
Like,
yes, you're like, my work here is done. That's great. I've
like one of my fondest memories, and every time I think of Beyonce, I think of that.
That's so, so sweet. So Ollie, my son, knows like most all Taylor Swift songs.
Oh, yeah.
And also Pink Pony Club, Chaperone. Like he's obsessed with it.
I think he needs to meet my daughter.
Oh,
she learned it on the piano and sings it.
Oh, he would die.
Yeah.
He would die. He like is like, I saw that Taylor Swift's dancers, some are boys. And I'm like, yeah, boys can be dancers.
Yeah.
So,
I love that.
Uh-huh.
You should are you, like, involved in any of the musical theater stuff?
No, but he does, at his daycare, there's, like, a gymnastics/dance class,
Super
and I
cool.
sent him to that, and it's mostly gymnastics, I think, but I was
Yeah.
like, it gets him to, like, move his body to music and, like, have fun with it.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Tex Arts here,
Okay.
my kids go to their camps in the
Yeah.
summers, and they just did Wicked, and both my daughter and my son were in
Ah.
there, and they both sang and danced, and
Were
it was
you
the
in
greatest.
heaven?
Yeah, I
Oh
was
my
crying. I was
gosh.
sobbing like a
I
crazy
would, like,
lady.
cry watching them. I think
Yeah.
I would cry watching anyone perform.
I know, and it's just so good, and they just sang, like, 3 songs.
Oh, that's so
because it's a
sweet.
half-day camp for
That's
5
so
days,
cool. Oh
you
my
know?
gosh, I love that.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, when they're big enough, you need to
Okay, I
put them in
will.
that
Text
because
them.
it's super, super cool. And they have the
Yeah.
best time, and it's, like, chill.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, just a little, like, black box theater in the
Okay.
back, and
Yeah.
you sit there on your little raked seats, and
Oh,
it's
I have
perfect.
to do that.
But it's nice to create, like, well-roundedness with your children.
Agreed.
So even
Yeah.
though, like we were talking before, swim
Yes.
season, like, my kids are big athletes,
Yeah.
but then also, like, they're singing and playing instruments and dancing,
Yeah,
and I think
that's
it's
wonderful. I feel like
you
that's
know.
how I grew up. Like, I went to a smaller, public school K through 8, so everyone got to do everything. So
That's
I
so
was in, like,
cool.
sports or, like, dance and volleyball, but then, like, choir and band.
Yeah.
And if anything, it just kind of, like, showed me what I really like doing, but also just, like, introduces you to so many different things and different types
Yeah.
of people.
Well, and that's why I try to put my kids in a lot of different things
Yeah.
because, I mean, my parents were musicians,
Oh,
so I
cool.
didn't really do many sports.
Yeah.
I loved them, so I'd be in my backyard, like,
Yeah.
doing everything, but beyond that, I mean, I wasn't doing anything organized, and
Mhm.
so I wanna make sure I'm providing that opportunity for my kids to actually find out what
That's
they like and what
great.
they're good at.
Yeah.
Because I think
And what they, like, enjoy to do. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Very cool.
you always try and, like, not correct because
Yeah.
my parents are wonderful parents, but, like, you try to overcorrect by
Yes.
doing all things so that I'm running around ragged like a crazy
Exactly.
person.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So they could do all the things that
Yes.
maybe I didn't have the opportunity to do, but also, like, my parents worked all the time and,
Same.
and
Yeah.
then we're working all the time. But
Yeah.
it's like you find the balance and
I do think that, like, we are working all the time, but I'm like, my mom didn't have half the tools that I have.
Yeah.
Like, she, as a parent in the mid-90s, like, working parent, it
it was different.
so different.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Flexibility wasn't there.
Totally. That's, like, part of the thing that I love about Etch and being able to build your own business is, like, the
Mhm.
flexibility and the, like, being able to, like, my son on Friday had, like, a daycare performance,
Mhm.
and I at 11 was like, guys, I have to go. Like, I will be watching his performance. Like,
Yeah.
that's the priority
Not an
today.
option to
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that's great. And it's
Yeah.
amazing that they set that culture.
Yeah, they
because
really
that's something
do.
that's important to me within my business
Yeah.
is making sure, like we were saying, Mallory, she has a son, and it's like,
Yes.
she is going to his graduation. She is going to
Yeah.
all the things, the school interviews. She just sent me a heart. She's here.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes.
But it's, those are
Yeah.
the things that are important in life.
Yes.
Like, you're not going to remember the work day where you accomplished
Oh,
XYZ.
totally.
You're going to remember the important moments in between.
Yes. Mhm.
And while we create these amazing work accomplishments, like your PS styling, you
Yeah.
are so proud of that, and you should. And,
Yeah.
May was an amazing month, but what are you going to remember about
Totally.
May in 5 years? Are you going
Yeah.
to remember your son's,
Totally.
his event at school, or are you going to remember, I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
a little bit of both?
Maybe yes, but it's just so, I mean, that's, like, my number one thing. I'm like, I won't work, like, I won't be missing family time.
Yeah.
Unless it's, if there's something that comes up that I'm like, this is, like, once in a lifetime opportunity, I'm like, that'll be okay. My kids will be fine. But, like, as a rule, I try to keep it, like, very family focused.
That's good. Do you
Yeah.
have a routine to where you stick to every single day? Like, for me, I'm very routine oriented,
Yes.
or else I go a little psycho.
Yep.
So, like, I have to wake up early to work out.
Yeah.
I'm up at 5 every day so that I get
Mhm.
that in. Otherwise, I'm either getting emails or humans
Totally.
saying
Exactly.
they need me.
Yes, so it's great. So my husband will take the kids to school, like pre-K daycare, whatever
Mhm.
you want to call it, at 7:30 a.m. So I have, like, at least a half an hour of, like, working out or
Love that.
whatever I need to do, mainly, like, going on walks or working out or even, like, go to a class before I get to the office. And it makes such a difference
Mhm.
just because I'm like, even if I don't do anything, say I need to, like, just pick up the house or something,
It gives you that time.
my time in the morning
Mhm.
when no one else is there that I can, like, do what I need to do for myself.
Kind of find peace and maybe drink coffee and
Yes,
peace.
exactly. Truly, like, drinking my coffee.
Yeah.
And then, I try to, like, call my mom in the mornings. I should do it more. But so my parents are in a suburb of St. Louis, Missouri. So we see each other. They do a great job of coming down here and seeing our kids. They're,
That's
like,
awesome.
so wonderful and helpful. But I try to call her a lot just because it, like, I feel like no one you can't
Is she retired now?
She's retired. Yep.
Yeah.
She's retired. And I can say things to her that I would, like, never say to anyone else. Like, I mean, I can talk to her about things and she just gets me so
Yeah.
well.
And she's not going to judge you.
Yeah, she's not gonna judge
she's
me.
You're like, oh, yes, honey.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, "You're doing so great. You need to take more breaks." And I'm like, "Mom, you did it too. I'm okay."
You're like, who needs a break?
Yeah,
It's fine.
exactly. Yeah.
No, I call my mom or my sister
Yeah.
on my way in every single
Yeah.
day. Just because it's just
It's great.
balances you a little
Totally.
bit.
It's so nice. I need to do it more. Like, it's at least, like, twice a week, but I'm like, it should probably be more because, like, what else? Yeah.
No, I hear ya. But like we're driving. It's the perfect time.
Yeah.
Are
Exactly.
you an audiobook person? Or
I'm a
are you...
podcast person.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll listen to audiobooks if it's like a memoir type of thing.
Yeah.
But I like to read. Like at night, I read my
It's nice
Kindle.
when it's a memoir
Yeah.
of somebody that you're interested in, and then they're reading it themselves, like
Exactly. And they're
McConaughey's.
Matthew McConaughey's. Yes. I also listened to Prince Harry's, which it wasn't like a great memoir, but it's nice to listen to him, you know?
Yeah. That's so funny. Wait, so you mentioned in my little thing that I sent to you that you're very into your Bravo
Oh my gosh.
shows.
I'm a huge Bravo person.
What's your favorite one?
Real Housewives, I'll watch like any franchise.
Yeah.
To be honest. Right now Miami's on and it's hitting. I love it. And then I love Summer House. My husband will watch Summer House with me.
I've never watched it.
That's great.
Okay.
I mean,
same thing, different.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of like they say young, but at this point, the oldest I think is like 45. I mean, they were young like 9 years ago.
Oh, it's been on for 9 years.
Yes.
Oh man.
So
I need to brush up on my Bravo.
And then like I'll watch, just any Bravo trash TV. I'm probably watching it.
Are you an Andy Cohen fan?
Oh, huge.
Yeah, he's great.
He's amazing.
I'd love to meet him one day.
Brilliant. Genius. Yeah.
He has a way of just like, you love him and you trust him, but you're like, not sure if I should.
Yeah, not sure. But most of the podcasts I listen to are like Bravo focused. I don't listen to any like smart things in my ears.
I don't either because guess what? My brain's working all day.
Yes.
I don't want it to work when I don't have to.
I need to like laugh and like just, have kind of like trash in my eyes and ears when I'm off.
Okay, this is a weird question, but I'm asking because I personally do this.
Yeah.
How do you turn your brain off at night?
Okay, Bravo.
Okay.
Like TV, Bravo. I read a lot, like a Kindle. It's nice because I can, like my husband can sleep and I can still read.
Yeah.
And I do I'm on Instagram too much. I definitely am on Instagram too much. And I like blame it on like the business. I'm like, I'm seeing like inspiration.
I'm just trying to stay brushed up on
Yeah, but really like it's bad. I need to get off.
I find that I like to put on just a show that I've seen a million times.
Yeah. What show?
So I'll watch like Friends, New Girl. I just finished Grey's Anatomy. It took me so long to watch it from the very beginning, and I'm completely caught up to like how it just ended with their season.
I just listened to her, Ellen Pompeo, on Call Her Daddy podcast.
Oh, I saw she was on.
And it was a great interview.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to listen to that.
Probably not as good as this one here.
Obviously. This is going to be the best one. We'll send this to Ellen.
Yeah,
be like, hey,
exactly.
You need to listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
No, I heard that one was really good.
It was really
though.
good.
Okay. Yeah, I need to listen to it.
Yeah.
But I love her, and I think she's amazing. That new show that she just put out, it's like where the child is.
Something about the family. I haven't watched it.
I'm a little freaked out.
Is it a little too dark? Yeah.
I like to keep things a little sunshine and flowers. Even though I'm watching people like bleed out on the table.
Yeah. It's different though. Yes.
Grace. But still, it's fine.
Yes.
But no, I'm watching The OC again.
I've never watched The OC.
I watched it when I was, a teenager.
Uh-huh.
and that's what I'm watching
I don't
right
really know
now.
what I was doing when it was on. Like I
I'll
should have
put
been
it on
watching it.
when I'm doing dishes at
Yeah.
night. Like the kids are in bed.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning the kitchen, and it makes cleaning the kitchen feel
Less daunting.
annoying and
Mhm,
frustrating, and
mhm.
like, why can't they throw this
Right.
can into the trash
It's
can
right
when it's
here.
right
Yeah.
here? Like, it's just empty right
Yep.
above the trash can.
They all, is that your kids or husband? I'm joking. Yeah.
Love you, Chase. But
Yes.
seriously, it's like, come on. But yes, it's what I do is I like put on a show and I pop in an AirPod and I
Yeah.
just like zone out. I don't think about work
I
that
know.
way because otherwise
It's
my brain
nice.
keeps going and I cannot turn it off.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Mhm.
sometimes hot tea helps too.
Yeah, we like cook a lot. Nothing grand or spectacular, but it's just a nice like cutoff, to like the end of the workday to like start a meal. Yeah, it just is a distraction.
Yeah, I don't love to cook.
Yeah, I mean, cooking isn't like really great, but
I've got my
something.
chicken, sweet potatoes,
Yeah,
and vegetables.
There you
and
go.
That's like,
That's healthy though. That's great.
but that's all I cook.
Yeah. Okay.
Like my mother-in-law was in town last week. She's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you're making your meal."
You're like, would you like some?
I'm like, glad you like it because it's really
Yeah,
literally my bread and butter.
that's great though. You finally
But
perfected it.
it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was when I made it for them, I was like, this is the best I've done in a while.
Yeah.
Because I cared more. I wanted it to
Yes,
taste good
that's
for
great.
them. Whereas when it's for my husband and children, I'm like, I got a little
Flop.
burnt.
Yeah.
But it's just a little extra crispy.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gets
So
it done.
silly. So I have a question for you that I ask everybody.
Okay.
And it's, kind of a silly little thing. And
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with work, whatever. But are there any little joys that you have to help anchor your day-to-day life?
I mean, little joys. Okay. Right now, I mean, this is so like kind of what we were talking about, but I'm sure you had this. Like daycare apps send me pictures and
Yeah.
I'll get one picture in and it's like such a bright spot to my day. So
Mhm.
that's huge. Just being able to see my kids in like a random environment or like playing with friends.
Well, when you're not there,
When I'm not there. Yeah.
making the situation happen.
Yeah,
you're like,
making it happen.
Look at them
It's
thriving
adorable.
without me.
Yeah, it's so cute. I'm like, look at Winnie. She found a stick, And then this is like my coworkers at Etch are such a joy. It's one of those things that I had a bad day the other day. I was driving into work and I was on the phone with him and I was like, I'm just like tired. And he's like, why don't you work from home today? Just like tell him you're going to work from home. Just like have a day. And I'm like, no, I need to go in and see them because they like make me laugh. We're all around the same age-ish. And we're like really tight knit. Like I feel like a lot of us have been there together for like at least 3 years.
Yeah.
So we've seen the ups and the downs and the growth.
Mm-hmm.
And they really like bring me a ton of joy just like throughout my day. And that's
so beautiful.
It's wonderful. I'm like, and I'll tell them, I'm like, I'm having a bad day. So I like came into work. I mean, not that I'm not coming into work, but it's one of those things that I'm like, I want to be there to like give me a positive boost.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And kudos to all the people in Etch who are making this so wonderful for you because it really is hard to create that culture.
It's hard. Yeah.
And it takes everybody on the team too.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that everybody's such a good fit to where that is the case. And obviously the leadership is killing it if that's how you feel.
Another joy. I'm a big like candy sweet person.
Yeah.
And I also am this is like shame. I get a venti Starbucks cold brew every single morning. And I know that's a lot.
No, that's exactly what I do.
Is that what you do?
I'm not even kidding.
And people judge me for it.
No.
And I'm
you
like,
drink it black?
I'll do a splash of milk, but just like a splash. No flavor.
Yep.
And it's like such a joy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I get it every day. And if I don't have it, I'm like,
that is so funny.
I'm so happy to hear this.
Yeah,
I'm
venti.
Yeah. I'm like, I need it. I started it when my daughter was like, 6 months and I truly needed it. And now it's just like, who would drink smaller?
What a joke.
Yeah.
No, and like and it doesn't go bad.
It doesn't go
You
bad.
just drink
That's
it all
great.
day. Yeah.
Yep. I walk in every day with it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's
I
a
love
joy.
that. I do that after I have a double espresso in the morning.
In the morning, I'll make an espresso.
Oh my gosh.
Hot coffee in the morning. Then I'll go do iced venti. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I've never known anybody like you besides
Oh
myself.
my gosh, I'm so excited about us right now. Yep.
Well, on that note.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for being here. This has
Oh
been
my
so
gosh,
fun.
it's been so fun.
I love having you as one of our neighbors
Me
over on
too.
Koenig Lane, and I love that you are supporting us, and I'm so excited to support you with your styling,
Oh
and
my gosh,
I feel like this
thank
is a nice
you.
little marriage
Yeah,
of
I'm
Design Row.
so excited for y'all to be where you are and how close we are. Like, it's so great. It's so fun to walk into your store. It's even more fun to be able to be like, that is gonna look perfect in this home. And
Yeah,
like, yeah, it's
that's
so
so cool.
great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Will you please tell our listeners where they can learn more
Yes.
about you?
Okay, so I have to look it up because,
Here, I have it written
okay,
down
good.
here.
You're like, you
Here you go.
oh, wonderful. Okay, so postscriptstyling.com is my website, and it's actually brand new. Like, I haven't even put it out in the universe yet, but
It's out now.
live. It's live. Postscriptstyling.com. You can submit a form through there if you're interested. But my Instagram is really where I live, and it's postscript_styling. And then Etch Design Group is Etch's Instagram, and I do a lot of stuff over there too. So, yeah,
Amazing. Well,
I
thank you for
know.
being with us. And thank you to all of
Thank you
our
so much.
listeners. Samm Hammel has been
Yes.
amazing. And again, thanks for spending a little time here with Laura. If you enjoyed this conversation today, I'd love if you'd subscribe, leave a review, or share the episode with a friend. It helps more than you know. And you can find more about me, Samm, our guest today, and everything we talked about in the show notes. And until next time, take care of yourself and don't forget to make space for what really matters. Thank you.